the table of contents, these are Roman numbers, and it should be given from the acknowledgement. In the table of contents, from acknowledgement, then the sample it is given from the acknowledgement. You need not write about bona fide here, okay, or the cover page is not required here. From the acknowledgement, you can mention abstract is there. Synopsis are abstract one and the same. Synopsis are abstract one and the same. Then after the table of contents, okay. Then list of table, list of figures. What is the page number? We are putting front pages separately. Now those page numbers we will write here. Then in the introduction, we have introduction here. We have introduction. What are the subtopics in the introduction? So introduction is chapter 1. So we will see how the table is available. If I take all border like this. So this chapter number can be on the left side. If I take one more column on the left side, if I take one more column on the left side, okay, and we have to make it short. This column is just for chapter number, and you drag it completely into the border. This should start in a new page. Table should start in a new page. So what I am talking is this introduction 1 can be put on the left side. The 1.1, 1.2 can be on the right side itself. Okay. So this chapter number can be put separately. Anyway, at the end, you are going to make the table invisible. So this is literature survey chapter 2. So it will be separately seen rather than combined with all the things. This is chapter 3. Chapter 3 is proposed work, I told you. Chapter 4 only about the software. Okay. The main chapter numbers you can put in separate column, and the subtopics you can put within the name of the subtopic. Within the name of the subtopic. This is chapter number. This is chapter number. If you want, you can put it here. Chapter number. Okay. Chapter number. This is about table of contents. Based on your work, how many subtopics are there? In chapter 1, the subtopics naming should be 1.1, 1.2 like that. And in the literature survey, similarly 2.1, 2.2. If it is 5th chapter, 5.1, 5.2. If it is 6th chapter, 6.1, 6.2 like that. All the subtopics numbering should be given. Okay. So chapter name should come, number should come separate column, and then subtopics can be along with the subheading. And this is about table of contents. And the page numbers correctly how to check? After complete page numbers should be filled only before print. Everything is finalized, then you go for typing the page number here. So every time we cannot keep on changing. When we do alignment inside the book, page numbers will simply change here and there. And that's why filling this page number should be the last work you are going to do before going to the print. Okay. This is about table of contents. After table of contents, list of figures. So inside the book, so how many diagrams we are using? In introduction, maximum we will not give any diagram. Literature survey, you have any diagram, you give it as, this is chapter 2. So this is the 5th diagram. They have given figure 2.5. And next diagram, figure 2.6, 6th diagram in chapter 2. If it is 6th chapter, if it is 4th chapter, then figure 4.1, figure 4.2. So figure number should come at the bottom of the page. Table number should come at the top of the table. Figure number should come at the bottom of the figure. Figure number should come at the bottom of the figure, and table number should come above the table. Table number, comma, name. A heading for the table also should be given. This is the tabular column you can see. There should be some naming for this table. So this is from chapter 2. So I have to give table 2.1. And what is this all about? It is a survey on different types of diseases. Survey on different diseases. It may be brain disease or lung disease, okay, heart disease, eye disease, something like that. You have to give what is there in this table. So like the table name should be above the table, figure name should be below the figure, okay. And every chapter that figure you can write in full or FIG, and it should be commonly followed throughout the book. So FIG you can write, otherwise figure completely you can write, but it should be uniform throughout the report book, okay. If it is 4th chapter, you will write 4.1, 4.2, whether it may be table or figures, figure 4.1, table 4.1, like that. you will close that fourth chapter. If it is fifth chapter, again table 5.1, figure 5.1, like that you have to start. And then in the front pages, after completing everything in the front pages, you have to list the figures separately. You can see here 1.1, 1.2. Again, there is a table present here. There is a table present here, and the table is made invisible, I think. If you are not following table, the numbers will be zigzag. You can see here the page numbers are zigzag. Okay, page numbers, they are not uniform. So if you follow a table, the page numbers will come straight, no need of much effort, and at the ending you can remove the table. Okay, that is one option. And then you have to list them according to chapter numbers. So in the chapter 1, we have 3 diagrams, 3 figures. Chapter 2, 2 diagrams. Then after that, chapter 3 diagrams, chapter 4 diagrams. Like that, you have to give the figure number and what is the name of the figure, and then which page it is available. Which page it is available. This is about list of figures. Next, coming to list of tables. List of tables. You might have used a literature survey table, or in the results section, you might have used a table 1 for some values, displaying values of results. Table 2, again, another set of values, like that. So any chapter may have any number of tables, but you have to list them here. What is the table number? So table number should be 1.1 if it is chapter 1, and 2.1 if it is from chapter 2, like that. So you have to give the table number correctly. And what is the name given to the table? What the table contains? Results of what? Lung disease results, heart disease results, like that. You can put algorithm, SVM algorithm, or AODV algorithm, like that. You are giving table names also. The same thing should reflect here. Same exactly what is there inside the book, same thing, name should come in the list of tables, list of figures, and table of contents. Which page that is available, page number, at only before going for print you can check and put the page number, because there will be more work in the alignment and every time page number will change. So putting page number in the front pages will be the last thing you have to do before going for print. Okay, this is about list of figures, list of tables. After that, I told you it should be list of abbreviations, symbols or abbreviations. As per the guidelines here, after table of contents, it is list of table, list of figure. But there what I have shown, it is reverse. You follow this order. After table of contents, it is list of table should come first, then only list of figures, then list of symbols, abbreviations if you have. It is optional. List of symbol abbreviation is optional. If you have no any, if you have no shortcut symbols used in the project report, you need not write this separate page. Okay, but you have any shortcuts, because when if you are using Arduino board or microcontroller, you have some shortcut representations, some codings. You can put at least 5 to 10 symbols and abbreviations, and then you can put them in alphabetic order. You can put them in alphabetic order. Okay, like this symbol, and what is the meaning, what is the expansion. Means EED means end-to-end delay. Then ACK means acknowledgement. So like that, you can put whatever there inside the report book from chapter 1 to conclusion. From chapter 1 to conclusion, if you want to mention, you can put some 5 shortcuts here, expand them. This will be the last page before chapter 1. This front pages, this is the last page. You can see here right top, I have given numbering. Okay, this is another work. So here it has gone up to 20. XX means 20. This is another project report. So 20 front pages are there. But for UGPG, almost 10 front pages will come. It is sufficient. So from chapter 1, it should be minimum 45 pages. And the front pages together, some 10 pages, 55 pages will look like a book when you go for binding. Otherwise, it will be simply like assignment. Then this is about the front pages. Now I am going to the report from chapter 1, report book from chapter 1. There should not be any borders. Okay, you can check. This is also A4 page. Go to layout. You put the cursor anywhere in the book, report book, and you go to layout. Check the size. It is A4, then leave it. If it is not A4, first you select the A4, then all the adjustments will happen. After that, you do the alignment process. Okay, after doing alignment, if you take the page number, again everything will be disturbed. So first thing, when you open the report book, you have to check whether it is in A4, because in the guidelines it is mentioned A4 size should be used. Okay, this is about page numbering completed, cover page title, bona fide. Bona fide, you can see some font number is given, font size should be 14, double spacing, 2 spacing should be 2. And after bona fide, they have given about abstract. It should be font size 13, Times New Roman font size 13, double line spacing, double line spacing. I'm going to abstract. Synopsis or abstract, one and the same. This is abstract. Okay, you have to select and see that Times New Roman 13 is present, Times New Roman 13, and then spacing should be 2.0. Spacing should be 2.0. If it is 1 point, you see everything is clumped. Okay, everything is very congested. So 2.0 is mentioned in the guidelines. So select the complete abstract and go with the spacing 2.0, Times New Roman 13. Only the heading abstract should be bold. Remaining things should be not in bold. Keywords, it is optional again. Throughout the report book, any important words are there related to your project, you can put the keywords below the abstract, but otherwise keywords is optional. Okay, so in the guidelines we completed abstract. Next, table of contents, one and a half spacing should be there. Table of contents, 1.5 spacing. So I'm going to table of contents. After typing here, you can see 3-4 words are there. Okay, you after typing everything, you completely select the table before making table invisible. Table invisible will be the last thing you can do. Okay, after giving page numbers, after writing, filling page numbers here, after that only you can make the table invisible. So select the complete table, and the spacing should be 1.5 spacing, they have told. Table of content should be 1.5 spacing. So complete table I have selected. Go to home and then spacing 1.5. Okay, so already it is 1.5, so you are not able to observe any changes. But if the content is not in 1.5 spacing, there will be some changes, we can observe it. And only the main headings can be in bold. All the subheadings you make it unbold. Okay, subheadings need not be in bold. Only main headings can be bold. Chapter name and the main headings can be bold. Other things can be in unbold condition. Okay, all this acknowledgement, synopsis, it's your wish. It can be bold or unbold, no problem. These are the different separate pages in the front side. And here in the chapter, subtopics can be unbold, main heading can be in bold condition. This is about table of contents. Okay, just I'm reading the instructions and explaining to you how to follow. Next, a list of tables. List of tables also you put table 2.1 from chapter 2, what is the page number? 5.1 from chapter 5, what is the page number? After filling the table, you select the complete table and put the spacing as 1.5. 1.5 means 1.5. Where you will get the spacing, go to home and then this point and 1.5 selection to be done. Okay, 1.5 selection. This is about list of tables. Then list of figures also similarly, after completing figures, give the 1.5 spacing by selecting the complete table. Then table and figures. Table and figures, by the word table. Table means only values are there or some comparison things are there in the literature survey table. That only should be table. You cannot put a diagram and say this is a table 1.1. Okay, no. So all the graphs, charts, maps, photographs, diagrams, all these are considered as figures. Only table should be in a numerical data in the body of the project report. Okay, or in the appendices. Appendices optional, I told you. Before references, appendices will come. Okay, and only the table, literature survey table and table values in the results. The results chapter, table values, those only can be taken as tables. All other graphs, charts, maps, photographs, diagrams, all these things should be named as figure. Figure name should be below the diagram. Table name should be above the table. Okay, that is common. Chapter wise, you have to give the numbering. And all that should be mentioned. You cannot leave any table or diagram without listing them in the front pages. You have to list them separately. List of table, list of figures are there. All of them should be listed in the list of table, list of figures. Okay, then 1.5 spacing also required. So this is about list of figures, then list of tables completed. Next, list of symbols I told you. List of symbols I told you that optional. Optional, if any shortcut symbols are there, then you can give them in a separate page. This is about tables and figures, the difference. This is about the guidelines available in our website also. And then or from the project coordinators you might have got in the email. This is about list of symbols, abbreviations. Next chapter number, introductory chapter. Then based on the work, how many chapters you want, you can include. Okay. And then conclusion and scope of the work. Conclusion, maybe the heading last chapter before reference can be conclusion. So after conclusion, it will be references. Appendices, I told you, optional. If any logarithmic data or sine, cos values should be known by any person who should understand the report. Any common already existing things are there, you want to mention that, you can give the heading appendices. It should be before the reference, and you can put all the data. And here we told 60 to 80 pages for BTech and MTech report books. 60 to 80 pages.